What was the most satisfying act of revenge you've ever gotten on someone? One time, my roommate decided to just move his brother in. I caught them on video stealing money and my Adderall, so I called the cops. While they were in jail, I happened to find the brother's car insurance certificate that had his bank's name on it. Knowing he wasn't working, I wondered if the bank was looking for the car to repossess it, so I called them. While they didn't give me any information about his account or its status, I told them if they were looking for the car, I knew where it was. They took that info. Later that night, while I was sleeping, I heard a car alarm and looked out. A repo man was taking it away. I was walking alone down a high street on a night out in the UK and got punched on the sly by a soldier from Scotland who it turns out was in basic training and was on their first weekend off. His friends apologized and explained he was a twat as he run off up the road. Punch didn't hurt as I saw it coming, but I was annoyed all the same and carried on with my night. I went for a kebab after the pub and went into the toilets. And who do I find passed out on the floor? Scottish super soldier. I pissed all over him, collected my food, and left. I did feel bad for the shop workers, as it was a regular place I'd go to. This was in the 90s. I'm 52 for reference. A 60-year-old from my town on Facebook once told me, "I hope your dad dies of COVID, because my dad was wearing a mask. I knew who he was through mutual friends. I blocked him and didn't say anything." 5 years goes by. Just this past winter, I ran into him while he was working for the state. No wives or kids around, lunchtime on a Wednesday. He was meeting with a restaurant manager to go over some traffic plans the DOT was doing this spring. He was on the clock. Restaurant had customers and a few workers right nearby. I walked up to him and asked him his name. He confirmed it, looking puzzled. And I said, "Are you the guy who told me he hopes my dad dies of COVID?" He starts backpedaling and denying. So I asked him his name again, using first and last. I then said, "My dad is a Vietnam veteran, and you're a fucking asshole. Fuck you." Sticking my finger 5 inches from his face, he was still seated. He was stunned. Manager was stunned. Restaurant goes completely quiet. I stood there for about 10 seconds, and then I walked outside, about 10 feet beyond the door, and turned around and waited. He never came out. I hope he felt 2 inches tall. What a dickhead. Who I thought was a friend vandalized my car in the parking lot at a concert. I didn't notice the few dents that night and had no idea it happened there. A girl that lived 2 houses away asked me if I had any damage on my car. All black Toyota Corolla liftback with louvers, so it was unique. And I said yes. She described the couple guys, one blonde, skinny, about 6'5" tall. I knew exactly who it was. I saw him at the bar one night, really drunk. I went to his house about 4 in the morning with 6 big jars of peanut butter and stuck it in the AC vents, dash, steering wheel, everywhere. This is Florida in the summer, and I know he didn't wake up early. Yeah, payback is a bitch. When I was in high school, there was this guy that kept setting off firecrackers on my front porch, which meant I had to clean up little pieces of paper and hear my mom bitching all day. I never knew exactly who it was until this guy moved about 2 hours away, and the prank stopped. Then I heard he was coming into town to visit his old friends. Lo and behold, the first night back, somebody sets off firecrackers on our front porch. Except this time, I knew where this guy was staying, and I also knew that he had just got himself a new car. I set my alarm for 3 a.m., snuck out of my mom's house with a church key, jogged the 1.5 miles to the neighborhood this guy was in, and used the can opener to gouge the fuck out of his driver's side door and hood. I heard he had to get a new door. Fuck that guy.